Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to askNK. So the folks at Autodesk have recently updated the Autodesk Flow Studio, which now makes it extremely easy for creators to generate images and 3D models alongside various creator-centric AI tools that they previously offered. And for those who have no idea, Autodesk Flow Studio is a cloud-based AI tool for visual effect and 3D production, as this is a platform that folks at Autodesk have put together to help filmmakers, animators, and content creators turn normal video footages into editable 3D scenes with CG elements. And this comes with some high-level tools that leverages on AI to automate difficult VFX tasks that normally require complex pipelines. And this includes turning any video into directable 3D scenes, being able to capture motions from simple videos, being able to capture and combine 3D elements in your shots with camera tracking, clean plates, and also being able to just simply export your entire stuff and work seamlessly in various DCC tools. And recently, they've added the ability for creators to be able to generate 3D models from text and images. And for those who like to get started with this, you can simply create an account and get started with the free tier. And once you click on Get Free Tier, this brings you over to the Autodesk Flow Studio dashboard where you can start creating a new project. And if you click on Create New Project, you would notice that down here, we do have 3 new stuff: text to image, image to 3D, and text to 3D. And these work exactly as expected. Now, for those who haven't seen how these previous ones work, where you can do some live action advanced stuff, we do have videos about this one, and I'm going to link them in the description. So for the text to image, how this works is pretty easy. You simply enter a text prompt which actually describes the image that you like to generate. You give the image a title or a name, and you can simply proceed to generate it. And once that is done, this is what we have. So we've just simply generated an image, and you can actually go ahead and see the prompt right here. If you like to reuse that prompt, you can click right here to reuse the prompt. If you like to regenerate this, you can actually use this to regenerate that. If you like to edit the image, you can. And from here, you can use this as the 3D input. And this is just in case you like to do image to 3D. So if you like to make an image to 3D stuff, we can, and we can call this our cute superhero as well. Down here within the AI model, we only have the 1.3D AI model, and we're simply going to click on Generate Mesh. And this is going to take a couple of minutes depending on how complex the 3D model is. And once this is done, you can now see that we have 4 different variations of our cute superhero. And you can simply go around them, preview them, and select which one you would like to work with. Now, before we talk about the whole texturing stuff and what you need to expect, let's actually go ahead and generate a prop. And this is going to be a battle axe. We're simply going to drag the image in, change the name, and generate that. And now, once we're done with the generation as well, you can see what we have. So we do have 4 different battle axes as well, so you can see them. And of course, you can tell that they do have different faces and different vertices depending on how detailed they are. This is about 257 and this is about 266. So if we're comfortable with any of them that we want, we can simply have that selected, and we can choose to do some mixing, which has to do with a poly count mix. We do have the fixed model, which would mean that we are selecting a specific target count, maybe 10K quads if that's what we want, and maybe textured if this is also something that we're looking for. If you're thinking about doing more adaptive stuff, you can. We're simply going to leave things the way they are and click on Generate. And so once we start generating this, again, depending on how complex this is also going to process and generate the 3D model. And in this case, we do have the 3D model right here. Let's actually have that selected. And once we have this ready, you can see that we've got the textured 3D model. Now, this looks pretty nice. Of course, there is a ton of texture stuff that needs to be done, like various parts needs to be retextured. You do have that option of retexturing this as well. And if you're thinking about rigging, you also have an option of rigging, which is set to be coming soon. And in terms of remeshing, you also have an option of remeshing this, and you can select the polygon count that you want. So maybe you like to remesh this to be about 3K, you want it to be quads, you can do all of that. In this case, we're simply going to use adaptive, set this to medium, and remesh it. And once we have this remeshed, you can now see that this is the remeshed version of our model. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you will not be able to download any of these if you're within the free plan. So to download these, you may need to review the subscription to be able to do that. So we're simply going to switch from the free plan to a light plan so we can download them so you can see what these looks like and would like to see what the rigging also looks like, so you can have an idea of what the Autodesk Flow Studio rig model simply looks like when it's finally done. And with the light plan loaded, let's actually go ahead and download this. So simply going to download the OBJ of the remeshed version and also the full version. So these are the OBJ files which we've already downloaded prior to this. Now before we actually jump in, if you like to view the textures, you can click right here and you can view the textures, and these textures are done in 2K. And because we've already downloaded this, let's actually go ahead and load them into Blender. So loading in the first one, and we're also going to go all the way back, and we're going to bring in the second one as well. So we have them both loaded in. Let's move these around so we can see what we have. If we would like to see these in wireframe, we can actually go ahead and turn on the wireframe right here, and you can tell that this looks a bit cleaner because you can see it's trying to do the whole remeshing stuff, while this is the original one, which has a ton of details, not really details, but has a ton of vertices and faces. And we can actually drop this even a little bit lower. And of course, for the textures, we can simply just go ahead and take a look at what the texture looks like. Now, these textures are basically giving you a head start, as the tool simply uses one flat image to generate or even wrap around textures on the 3D model. Think about it like a simple head start, then you can simply go ahead and refine this to make something better out of it. And for those that are thinking about using text to 3D, of course you can roll in a text and give it a name and generate 3D models with it. In this case, we just decided to do like a construction worker, and this works perfectly. So it generates it in that same quad view, which gives you options of selecting any of the ones that you like to work with, and you can proceed to do your generations with it. So this is a pretty cool tool for anyone that is within the Autodesk Flow Studio and you're looking for a text to image generation, a text to 3D generator, and an image to 3D generator. I do appreciate the fact that there is a rigging tool which will be coming to this pretty soon. The remeshing is also a very nice addition to have right here. There is just one thing that is missing though. In terms of textures, this doesn't really handle textures as much as you would expect it to. So in the case of the very first image that we generated, if this simply loads in, from the front view, this looks cool. But once you start moving around, you now start saying it's got like that very first Hunian 3D vibe to it where things just fall apart. Now I think because this is the first iteration of Wonder 3D and they're simply using Flux to do this, things might get better over time. You can also see that with the construction worker. As the construction worker, when we did generate the textures, for some parts the textures look good, but for the most part, like the face, the texture seems broken. For the hands as well, you can also tell that the textures have been broken. If we take a look at the cute tiger, the Zootopia inspired tiger, if we take a look at that, this also looks, pretty good. And you can also tell that the textures gets broken on several parts. And this is fair for AI tools because most of the times they just rely on one single image to generate this whole texture. So the textures that they're generating should serve more like bases where you can now simply go in and make various corrections and tweaks and changes, all of that stuff later down the line. And of course, for those who like to check out the plans, they do have some plans which you can come through and check out. The light plan offers you some stuff and you can export certain things out of it. The standard license is also available, the pro license and the enterprise license is also available. It is also worth mentioning that whatever license you choose to purchase, if you go to your Flow Studio and you click on new project, you still have access to all of this. This is just an addition. So, these are the ones are also here. So this is it for those who like to take a look at this, you like to explore it and take advantage of some of the cool features and tools that the folks at Autodesk Flow Studio are offering. Then links to this is going to be in the description, so do well to check it out. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and until I see you guys in the next one, peace.